So this conversation, this was one, Mike, that you shared with me. So legendary hip-hop producer Jermaine Dupri in this clip was talking about how the internet did not kill street marketing and the effect social media has on how we truly look at marketing. So let's kind of like listen to this and then dive in deeper to see if we agree with JD or not.
Human functions against internet functions, because one of the comments that I saw that came up a lot is that people like the internet killed street promotion, IG, Facebook, digital marketing, blah, blah, blah. And then my brother Clint Sparks said the internet was the new streets. And you my brother, Clint, but I have to disagree with you, because the internet is something that we pay for. The internet is something that somebody else will cut off if you don't pay for it. These apps are something that we download to use, but we can delete them and we don't have to have them in our phone at all, right? Digital marketing is the same thing. It's something that somebody has created so that we use, and the more that we use it, the more they get paid. Street promotion, like what I'm saying about these signs and whatever, is your eyes. You cannot wake up in the morning and not use your eyes. You cannot drive down the street and not use your eyes, right? I'll tell y'all real quick about the billboard, right? I was the first Atlanta to put entertainment company up on a billboard on 85 North, right? Before BMF, I did that first, right? And the social deaf billboard, and I took it down after 10 years. But after 10 years, people still come up to me and they say, "Yo, JD, why you take that billboard down?" I knew I was in Atlanta when I saw that billboard when I was coming from the airport. I never got nobody telling me they never saw it. Never. People still telling me to this day, why did I take it down? Because they miss seeing it. That's the difference with this internet. When y'all post on the internet, even like this message right now, it's not going to go to everybody. And all of the people that I want to see this, they definitely not going to see it, because Instagram they have my messages and everybody else's messages suppressed, and they circulated and let it go to how they want it to go. But that's another story. So then I saw something about saying that it reaches more people. The masses, we want to reach, internet reaches more people. I don't believe that. I believe that it's a wider spread in the percentage of people that you get. So you might get 20% of the people in Atlanta, 10% in some place that you don't even go to, 20% in Europe, and another 20% somewhere else. That's widespread, but
was that 100%?
It's not like everybody seeing it, right? With street promotion, and we talking about rap, with street promotion, say for instance, during Super Bowl, during any heavy audience event that's in somebody's city, if you have street promotion out there, it's no way that people don't see it. Everybody sees it. It's no way. They don't have to say anything about it, but they see it. And if they saw it again, they'll be like, damn, I saw that. I know what that was. You can't beat that. You can't beat that.
It's a whole lot of trust me, bro.
Yeah, but it translates for when he was coming up. Yeah. I mean, granted, that made a whole lot of sense to him. I mean, he was stunting. He was on to something when he did it back then. But how many of us visited Atlanta, Georgia during that time and actually seen that billboard?
I didn't see it.
I did see it.
I did see it too.
I saw it too.
Well, okay, so 3 out of the 4 seen it, but that's just because we went to Atlanta, Georgia.
Exactly.
But
so if I'm not in Atlanta, Georgia, I don't see that billboard. So it doesn't translate the same way. The thing about the net is it touches everybody. He's talking about you can turn your app off or you got to pay this service. But you're in the music business. This is literally your lifeblood now. Everybody's not printing and pressing up CDs, tapes, and records unless it's like going to a specialty or you did a pre-order beforehand. It's not moving the same way. So people are definitely grasping on and hearing your music and whatever you got going on because of the internet. Now, if you have an event going on in your city, that's totally different. I mean, we had people here, even last week when Taylor Swift was here, posted up outside performing because people are here. They know there's a lot of people in the city, so they want to be heard. So they were performing on the street. Yeah. That's a little different type of situation. That's what that happens once every or a couple times a year maybe, but that doesn't transcend across the whole country.
Yeah,
everybody doesn't see that.
Does the internet reach everybody? Does everybody have the internet and Instagram?
If you pay for it to. Look, I will be honest.
No, I posed the question.
That's what I'm saying.
Does everybody have that?
I mean, look,
to his point.
Yes,
does everybody live in Atlanta, Georgia?
Right.
Like, what are we talking about?
So that's tit for tat. So
No, it's
everybody-
not really.
It's called a non sequitur.
No, what I'm saying is he's saying everybody's not on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
I agree with that.
All right,
Okay.
but they're on one of the platforms.
Maybe.
No, they are.
So everybody's on one of the platforms?
Yes.
We
At least one. I guarantee.
you think so?
Anybody that's walking around with one of these smartphones is on either Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, something. They're on one of these apps.
I only know
What's the point
one
of
person
having a
that isn't.
smartphone if you're not on those apps?
Hey, I'm just saying.
I literally know one person. Shout out to my man DJ Too Deep, who's not on any social media at all.
He's
Like,
not the only one.
No, I mean,
straight
no,
edge.
I
But
mean,
that's far and few
I mean, but
between.
that's far, like, because I know plenty of people who don't do Facebook but have Instagram. I know people that don't do Instagram but do TikTok. There's, is it segmented? Yes. Like, I'm just saying, like, as somebody who, I'm just saying, if you hand out flyers for a particular event here, like, we don't have to talk about Atlanta or what it
Oh,
used
no.
to do.
Yeah.
Most of those flyers are going to wind up in the floor on the trash can.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just because the way people even process promotion is different. So like now when I, for my organization, I've got to make it funny. I've got to make it eye catching. If just posting a flyer saying who, what, when, where, that's not enough.
How many times you scroll past an ad?
Scroll past an ad.
Yeah, or a flyer or a flyer with a skit
I mean, if it's
or whatever.
if it's something that by somebody that I have no connection to, and it does, but it's the same way. Like when people leave flyers on my car, I don't look at them. I just throw them on the ground.
Yeah.
My thing when
Yeah,
I see
it
a,
is.
when
It
I see
really
a
is.
flyer, I look and see what city and state it's from. If it's not from here, I keep it moving.
That's a good point.
These are just two completely like my issue with this, and my issue with you defending this, Mike, is that it doesn't make any sense. And the reason why I say this is because it's like two different arguments happening. Street promotion is a thing and internet promotion is a thing. They both can exist in the same place and they both benefit each other when both things are happening. And so
I like that.
Street promotion can touch people in a physical nature when it's like hand-to-hand conversational things that you're having conversation like that there's something to be said about, I had a conversation with this person or outside of just like a flyer on like a thing, right? Like there's something to be said about having a conversation with somebody about something in a physical realm and how that can turn into other conversations. I agree with that. But at the same time, there's something to be said about the amount of potential reach on multiple platforms that the internet can do that street promotion simply can't even touch.
I think
It at all. Like it can't. And sure, there's a bazillion people not on social media, but there's a bazillion people that aren't going to walk past this one particular space in this one place or wherever this is going to be happen. It's like, what are we even what are we talking about here?
I think the way I took his comment is when he talked about what was the DJ, whatever the DJ's name was. That don't matter. He was talking about the point of it killed. I don't think he said it surpassed or is over the Instagram. I think he's talking about, okay, yeah, Instagram is this and you can get to all these people, but don't sleep on the fact that you can still reach people via the streets. That's the way I took it.
And I think I would agree with that to an extent, depending on the type of event that it is.
Right.
Like he's talking about Super Bowl promotions. How often is a Super Bowl happening in Indianapolis to where we can be like, oh, it's a Super Bowl. Let's go out and promote our show. Like,
I only saw one.
like that on a regular given event. And look, we're talking to people that throw events,
Man.
You know what I mean? Or have many times and have struggled and have tried every single thing under the sun to try to get people to come out to events.
That's
like,
facts.
Both kind of work and both kind of don't. And a lot of it has to do, depending on the city that you're in, what else is going on in the city that day.
Absolutely.
And, I think street promotion does work to a degree.
Yeah.
And so I understand that. I don't think it's dead.
That's the way I took it.
I don't think it's dead.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that it killed it, but I wouldn't say it's the leader either.
Yeah,
the
gotcha.
internet is necessary evil right now, whether you like it or not. And there's
I like
a thing
that
called hashtags that if somebody's in your city and they're looking for something to do, if you're doing it right, you can do that. Like when I was in Georgia, I was looking for a barber the day of the Outkast concert. I literally just hashtagged Georgia barbers or Atlanta barbers in a certain area, and it pulled up a whole bunch of barbers for me to take a look at versus me going out on the street.
Yeah,
screaming in there, hey,
one.
who cuts hair? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't
That's
work
street
like
promotion.
Yeah, we in a whole
cut
different
hair.
time and age, and that type of
He said, "We cut hair."
thing just doesn't. I mean, it still works, but it's not as resourceful as it was at one point in time.
It's very segmented and it's very like specific.
Yeah.
Like it's very like if I'm going to have a neighborhood related event, then it makes sense for me to advertise on the street in the neighborhood. If I'm going to be doing a major Indianapolis event, it makes sense for me to hit the streets and the pavement in that city and put stuff up all over the place. You know what I mean? But like, it also depends on what exactly we're talking about.
I think he was getting, to Terry's point, when he was stunting about the billboard and stuff. I think that kind of got him hyped up about. Yeah, got him kind of hyped up about what he used to do and what used to work or things that he tries to do. But that was just the thing that jumped out to me. I didn't take it as it's past. It's just don't get it twisted. It still works.
Well, I also took it as like he was trying to, maybe he was just a little defensive in the clip. Maybe that's all that it was.
A little bit. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He was trying to flex a little bit. That
he right about that flex though.
Up. Mm-hmm. But I mean, he had it up in Atlanta, Georgia though.
Yeah.
Again, people are saying, why'd you take it down? Because after a while it becomes embedded in the community. So like if I look up there and I don't see it anymore, it's like, damn, what happened to that? It's like there's a billboard that a family puts up all the time off of on the east side. I can't remember, off of Pendleton Pike, I think, a memory of this person that passed. They do it every single year. So if I look up and I don't see it, I'm kind of like, damn, why didn't they put the billboard up?
Yeah.
But it's like, it's only true for people in that area. It doesn't resonate, him having that billboard up for us, even though we've seen it, but it doesn't make us run back to the crib and be like, oh man, JD got a so deaf billboard up. Y'all should probably check him out because he got a big ass billboard over the city.
Yeah. And I think there is something also to be said. Like he did make some good points about how these platforms limit who can see things, right?
Yeah.
Because that's a very valid piece. But the solution isn't like street promotion doesn't fix that. It would be my argument. Like it's just you can't. It's like a necessary evil in a way because you can reach so many people with that, and especially if you have any type of budget at all to target your promotion and stuff. And most of these people do have that type of budget, so it's like if you have the budget and you can spend it on advertising, then you can reach the people that are looking to do these things. So.
Necessary evil is definitely, I know Terry said that first, but that's a bar.
Yeah,
that's a bar right there.
And plus, if you are too broke that you can't keep your phone on, you ain't got no apps, I don't need you to worry about what I'm doing at the spot.
I heard that.
Yeah, your phone literally comes loaded with apps. If you got a smartphone, you have apps on it. I mean, that whole point was damn near stupid to me.
You can uninstall it.
You can.
Come on, man. Be like the people that always announce they're taking a break from social media. All right.
Like, yeah, you didn't have to tell us that.
I'll let you.
Yeah.
Would you say, we'll see you when you get back?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. We weren't paying attention like that when you were here.
Maybe not. Yeah.